Hello everyone, welcome back to Epic 40 powered by Intel here at the Kettering Leisure Centre. And hello Jamboree.
Hello.
So lovely to see you.
I'm here. I've finally arrived. I missed the first day, so I've missed quite a bit of the action, which is unfortunate. But I'm here now. So
Yeah,
we're ready to go.
unfortunately you had the wonderful joys of being stuck in traffic for a lot of yesterday.
A lot of yesterday. 7 hours, so I missed most of the groups. So people at home will know more about the game than me. I've literally just been running over all the results from yesterday, making sure that I'm up to speed. And yeah, but the thing is though, is we're on the best of threes though today. So
Yes,
this is where the real meat and potatoes is.
It is. So today's a double elimination bracket. We're going to be starting off today's games with the lower round one. It's going to be HelloKittens versus Streets Never Forget. And before we get started, we're going to have to do a quick shout out to one of the players from Streets Never Forget. It's actually Ben Arthur's birthday. So happy birthday to Ben Arthur.
Happy birthday.
So celebrations here at LAN, whether you win or lose, make sure to have plenty of fun afterwards later in tonight's evenings. But we have got the map vetoes for us today.
Yes, we have. Yeah.
So do you want to just take us through what we've got going?
So my vetoes have just coming through just now. So we'll be able to have a look at where we're heading to. It's pretty standard stuff, nothing too crazy. Of course, HelloKittens taking us on to Haven to start with. That's what their pick is. And then Bind the second one as well. So no real surprises. Streets Never Forget taking us there. We do have a decider of Ascent as well to finish off if we get there. Of course, best of three maps, and hopefully we get 3 maps. But you know, we never know.
Yeah, you never know. It'll be a good start to the day if we get all 3 maps. But yes, nothing really out of the ordinary. Not surprising we're not seeing any Sunset or Lotus games today, just because Sunset is one of the newer maps. I don't really think teams have actually put in like a lot of practice. I mean, that being said, I don't know what the teams have been doing, but as far as I am concerned, not a single Sunset game has been played today. So I think they're just going for the safer options, just going for those more bread and butter maps that we're all, you know, pretty much used to. Okay, and going into Haven, we're going to be looking for more of this, just a bit more of the standard comps. You're looking for those Omens, those Killjoys, the Breach as well, and the Jet. So, and then the Initiator role can be flexible. Maybe the Sova or the Sky, depending either role. That just depends on the preference. But those are going to be kind of like the standard compositions you're going to be seeing on Haven, especially. Haven's one of those maps where you kind of just, it's very stable. There's not much you can really do in terms of adapting the meta. And I mean, unless you're like Paper X something, to playing at the top level where you can just innovate some random ass strats and just go with it.
Yeah, I mean, well, this is what kind of how LAN's generally shaped. People will go to what they're comfortable, what they know, what they've been on, what's tried and tested. Just have a bit of fun. That's really what it is. They want to be here as long as possible. They want to try and make sure that they're on a map that they're comfortable. So they will avoid things like the Sunset. They'll avoid, I mean, even the Breeze, of course, with the changes, and it's just obviously coming back in. It's slightly different the way that it plays. So that is likely something that's feeding into these kind of map vetoes. So that's a strange one, of course, for us as well, given that we casted last time at Epic 39, and it was a completely different map pool. It was like totally different.
Yeah,
It's so strange seeing such a big difference over just that kind of 2 or 3 month period. So I'm excited to see something different today.
So am I. I'm very, very excited. You could all, I don't know if the mic is picking up, but the LAN hall is already underway with one of the tournaments going on. I think that is the CSGO lot going right now, causing a bit of a ruckus in today's morning. So we are going to be getting started very, very shortly. I think we're experiencing a few issues with some of the players, but from what
we have tech issues
that we had yesterday, honestly, I feel like this match might be a bit closer. It might be leaning more towards Streets Never Forget in terms of like taking the series. So honestly, it all kind of just depends on how both teams are going to be playing this morning. It is a very early start for everyone.
Yeah, I mean, we say early. Yes, 10 doesn't seem early. It seems a bit late morning, but you think it's a LAN. We're here quite late usually.
Yes,
as it is generally. I got a nice early bed last night though, so I'm quite refreshed. I'm ready to go. I don't know about yourself. I'm ready to go.
That's true. Yeah, for some of the players yesterday, it was a very, very long day. We had to play all the group matches, and plus we had to start the first best of 3 for the placements of this double elim. So every team yesterday in the best of 3, they did play. Well, like I said, a best of 3. So that's already determined their placement within the upper and the lower bracket. So like we said, Streets Never Forget and HelloKittens, they're in the lowest. So whoever loses today's match is out of the tournament.
Yeah, in terms of the groups, it's the bottom of Group B versus the second bottom of Group A. So they are kind of evenly matched in that area. They're not too far away from each other. And the thing is, as well, with it being a lower bracket game, there's more stakes because if they lose this, they go home. That's it.
Exactly.
That's the end of the weekend. And there is other things they can do. They can have, enjoy the rest, enjoy just having a bit of banter. But they want to win this. Want to be playing in the competition as long as possible. So, although yes, we tend to see the better teams in the upper bracket.
Yeah.
However, I think the better games are the lower bracket ones because there's that extra stake of this is the final thing, we could be going home, we need to win this. So I'm hoping that we can get something nice and aggressive and fun and close game is what we'll
I hope so, yes, I hope so indeed. It will be a lot of fun indeed. It's like you're saying, these lower bracket games, there's a lot more at stake. There's no safety net or cushion that they can just sit their bums on and just take it a bit of more of a chill ride. No, these games are the make or break situations, and hey ho, the lower bracket runs from like teams that just take it all the way. Those Cinderella stories are what we love about these double eliminations, and I would be I would love to see if something like that happened here at Epic today, because we still have the finals happening tomorrow, because with today just being all double elimination, it's going to be a very long day for everyone.
Yeah, it's gonna be a long day.
Especially for the team that makes it into the grand finals today, because the lower bracket finals happens at 10 p.m. later tonight.
Yep, so very late night. However, we won't get a start just yet because we do have a very slight break. So we're going to break for 5 minutes just while we get an issue fixed. So we'll see you back here in a few minutes. Ta-ta.
just trying to find a place to rest our bones. Could it be you I can run to? 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 I can run to.
Hello everyone, welcome back from that short little break here at Epic 40, powered by Intel, sponsored by Overclockers, MSI, Noble Chairs and Draytech. The land hall is already filled with uproar this morning. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if the mic's going to picking it up, but yeah, it's already a fun-filled day in paradise here at Epic. And we're going to go straight into the map vetoes. I say the map vetoes, the agent selects. Sorry, we've just done the map vetoes. First map is going to be... That's a deadlock? Okay, right. So, we do have a...
I love how that stole your words there. That's what shocked Jared to see it coming through. Streets never forget hopping on the deadlock. Yeah, I mean, there's a scenario, situation. Yeah. And, yeah, so I've just realised that, yeah.
HelloKittens. Yeah, HelloKittens are on the attack first. Girlkiss are picking up that deadlock right there. Very, very interesting. Deadlock right now, as it stands, probably the most useless agent in the entirety of
Valorant. Just got right in.
Yeah,
useless. That's
I personally really enjoy playing Deadlock, but her kit is just really bad. It's pretty bad.
It's below par. Like, it's not. It's again, we're surprised to see it. It's not something that it's just a strange change to the Sentinel role. They spoke about it. They did mention that they were gonna they wanted to change the way that it played ever so slightly, and it's not really been received a bit greatest. At first, it was like, oh, great, we can maybe get some instant kills here with the ultimate, but the rest of the kit is not quite up to par. So we're quite surprised to see it. However, they are bringing it along. Of course, Girlkiss are hopping on that as well. But we're getting into the game. We're almost ready to go, keeping you on the edge of your seats. Of course, Streets Never Forget versus HelloKittens, and the overlay just slightly round the wrong way, so we'll get that sorted just now, and we'll flip it round. And it's just in case you're wondering which is which.
Yeah, so we've got Streets Never Forget. They've got that pretty standard cookie cutter comp that I said just before the break. You know, the Sky, the Jet, the Omen, Breach, and the Killjoy. You know, nothing out of the ordinary. But HelloKittens, they've gone for the bit more of the alternative strategy. Let's say the only thing that's pretty much cookie cutter is the Omen. I mean, the KO, it's kind of it would work. It would work because there's some information gathering with that 0 point. But compared to what the Guiding Light from Sky or a Recon Bolt from Sova would do, there's just not as much value into that. But I'm very, very interested to see how HelloKittens play this game out. I'm very interested to see what they're going to be able to do with the deadlock. Granted, with Haven, it's a bit more closer quarter, especially when you're entering on a site. It's not as open, so that you can get away with putting the sonic sensors in those little corners that people might not be suspecting. You might be able to catch some people off guard. So being able to find some value, it's there, but it's just not going to be consistent.
Yeah, it's a shame. Again, we're surprised to see it coming through.
Yeah,
however, I like to see it. I like to see something new. I like to see it. Well, you know, we talked about it before we went live. I kind of mentioned that I was, you know, maybe a little bit worried, I guess, against seeing some Sunset, especially given that Valorant's not my main game. I'm just kind of just stepping my toes into Valorant for the first few times. So having not seen Sunset at all, really, I've only seen like 1 or 2 things I've played. I was kind of like, will we get to see it? Maybe we'll get some people kind of picking at it just for a bit of banter. But of course, with the way the format works, it's been banned away pretty much every single time. I doubt we're going to get to see that. But at least we're getting to see some Deadlock. We're getting to see something slightly fresher, albeit maybe not the best pick. But We'll see how it works out. We'll see how it works out.
Yeah, we are definitely going to be seeing how it works out. So, we're going to be getting into this first round. So, the fault line coming out straight away, and then we can see that Rory, paranoid straight away into the entrance of their main. And my goodness, it is going to be a very, very aggressive start for Streets Never Give Up as the guiding light comes out. Manages to get multiple people on the side of HelloKittens, and Yandere manages to find one, but two more members of the side of HelloKittens do fall down. Avery holding in that little rat's ball, manages to get Ben Arthur in the back of Boykisser. They've all of a sudden managed to just turn this around. They've equalised the numbers. It's a 2v2 or 2v1 situation now. Bojan and Crick finding themselves on the back foot now. Sheriff in hand.
Boykisser on the plant.
Yeah.
Just getting it down for now, making sure that they can get the advantage secure for now, of course, and in the final stage of the round, 2 versus 1, and here around the corner, Avery takes the head off, Bojan falls, the first round goes to HelloKittens on the pistols.
Really nicely done. I really liked how after all the chaos, we did see that Boykisser, they took the spike all the way over to Seaside, and they planted it far away from where the action actually was just starting to happen. Because Streets Never Give Up, they had such an aggressive push onto A-Long, trying to catch HelloKittens off guard, because they were trying to match them with that aggression in anticipation for the quick execution of the attack into Suez and A-Long. But no, the HelloKittens, they just stayed a little bit further back and they just played a bit more safe.
Well, cheeky little round to start things off. Pistol locked and loaded for HelloKittens. For the second round.
Spike down A.
To Rory Dunlap, or to Midfield stay on street.
Yeah, that's it, that's fantastic. Okay, and we have got Ben Arthur. Oh, spraying so many bullets, creating a perfect little outline of every single member of the side of HelloKittens. Not able to connect a single shot, and they will get punished for it. You can see that Adele is making the way forward, but unfortunately they are going to fall down to the hands of Avery, and Wolf Joy gets a lovely little headshot onto Avery there with the Sheriff. Very nice. As he just tried to jiggle through the R, just going to back away over onto sides.
They just decide to go for the rotate away though, but beaming it right through War C for now though, but another shot, beautiful from Warbeast, but eventually as felled, Goose comes out on top in that gunfight, and it's a 1 versus 2 situation. Goose getting the plant down for now, and hopes and dreams just in the one member of Bojan for now for Streets Never Forget. But around the corner, Boykisser alerts.
One enemy remaining.
Oh, the hipfire as well, Bojan!
Oh my God.
No way! The double! And then the defuse. Streets Never Forget. They escaped that one. Bojan, beautiful.
Oh my goodness, that wow. Really well done from Bojan there. Really nice mastery of the Marshal there. It could have been, that situation could have been alleviated if Boykisser and Goose, they just coordinated the pincer attack a little bit together. They kind of just fed themselves onto a silver platter, just one by one, for just Bojan to just simply just clean up house and just get those nice, quick, easy kills. And they will pick up a Bulldog off the dead bodies of HelloKittens. So they've got themselves an upgraded gun just for free.
Yeah, managed to steal that round out there from underneath them. HelloKittens just missing out on the opportunity to go 2 in a row. Unfortunately, they want to try and bring this one back, get the momentum back. Early flash goes out, but doesn't find anything. There's no unlock on that side of the map for now. Through the middle portion, though, Avery just waits for the peak to come through, but there's no one there for now. Still just teasing it out as they just try to still feel each other. The first kind of couple of rounds of aggression have went past, and now it's very much a slow and steady approach for the teams just now.
Yes, slow and steady does win the race, but who's going to be coming out on top in this one? Because we can see that 2 members. Oh, they're going to get sponsored by Adele. That's going to come to Nearly. I'm going to get sprayed by the Hassan. He's going to get themselves 2, and Boykis gets a lovely double headshot with the Sheriff. But Rory is there to take down the officials, and they are going to put Yandere in a 1v3 situation. Sheriff in hand. Spike down into the middle of courtyard right there, and we have all 3 members just waiting around by Garage and by B. So it's going to be all up to Yandere to see what they can do.
Slowly does it though, through the middle of the map, trying to just recover that spike, and they do just that.
30 seconds
left. And no one really wants to move for Streets Never Forget. They know exactly what they need to do. They have the advantage and they can just wait and invite them into their open arms for now. Yandere still in a 1v3, still has the Sheriff in hand. But not really want to do much. Doesn't look like they're going to go for it. Looks as though they're just going to pull back and maybe just let this round go by the by.
10 seconds left.
Yes, yeah, I think they are. I think they just, when they had 20 seconds left on the clock, they tried to enter Garage with 25 seconds and trying to make their way over to Seaside. Oh my goodness, Rory managing to spot them. And Neandery. I think I would have just stayed far away if I was them. Yeah.
One of those ones where you just kind of stick around. Should have not. So maybe just fight them, but
Spike down.
Actually, we unfortunately lose the life at the end. So round goes away, and that means that we are now 2-1 in favour of Streets Never Forget. After what, I mean, that second round really changed the game. It should have been HelloKittens. They should have been up 2-0. Yes, but that clutch that came through from Bojan was just unbelievable stuff. Yeah, so that's really changed the momentum. It swung it right in the favour of Streets Never Forget. They've pretty much full bite here, so they're comfortable now. They're ready to go into this next round.
Yes, they're doing Avery on the operator. I mean, we have been yesterday. We have been seeing Avery pick up the operator when they're playing Raze on Breeze. So they do like the operator. We can find a bit of value out of it. Rory getting on top of box in the middle of this. Not able to connect any shots with the Marshall. Avery just holding the angle down to be long just to see if Hatam is just going to try and make their way further forward. Goose opting to just present themselves into a nice big window. Almost could have been a bit disastrous there, as we have seen that HelloKittens are going to be making a very, very fast push down Suez and A long.
Yep, looks like A is pretty much the focus for now. We have that flank as well from the other side. Now, but Bojan is going to shut down Europe now. Pepper's some more shots through for smoke. It doesn't land anything for now. Bojan still just waits for anyone to pop around the backside. Again, Pepper more shots through that smoke area, but there's still none that received. Bit of back and forward, a bit of chip damage on the other side, but not much by the way. Another one there in the area that's falls. Wickeser is also killed off, and Hatem Ben Arfa with one, and it's a flawless round. It just completely explodes at the end of that round there.
Yeah, no, that was really, really well done by Streets Never Forget. I mean, the optics are not up either. No, really, really like that defensive hold by Streets Never Forget. They coordinated the fault line to single out Avery, getting them stunned, so they weren't able to use the operator at all with the scope in. And then Warbeast went on a major flank around the entirety of the map. And but even if Bojan wasn't going to be securing those 3 kills, Warbeast was there right behind the tails of HelloKittens, and it was just ready and prepped to just take them out from behind. They wouldn't have much of a chance.
Got the read on this one. They're pretty much all going for a C push this time, but they know what the situation it is, and the Streets Never Forget rotate a few players round and just leave Tarab for now. In the middle, there's a little flank for the other side, but Delap has found Avery. Warbeast with another one. The Andera finds one back onto Warbeast, and the plant is going down, so there's a potential to get this into the scenario, but the double flash comes through. Tarab with the swing and gets himself the double. Both the kissers fall, and that leaves us 1 member left alive. The Sage can't see a thing and can't see the win going to this round because Streets Never Forget. They pull that one back from the defuse.
Yeah, no, that was a really, really strong hold there by Streets Never Forget. I love the 2-man flash with that flash point coming out from Adele right there. That was huge value. Like you said, they got huge value from the flash. They're able to swing off of it. Really, really well done. Bit of a misplay from Garage. They did smoke off the window into Garage, but then they aggressively used the paranoia, tried to push out with simply just a frenzy up against what could have been a shooting gallery of 3 members of Streets Never Forget, but only one of them needed to take them out. And now it's going to be a 4-1 lead for Streets Never Forget. And ultimates are starting to come online. Yeah. Girlkisser 2 orbs away from getting their ultimate before they get their full 5-stack. Avery once again with the operator. I think now after that eco, but unfortunately they're not going to be able to buy enough because they're not able to take out Bojan. Girlkisser gets a lovely opening kill onto Rory there. Lovely, lovely little headshot. And you can see Hatem just flanking around through the smoke. Are they going to catch Avery off guard? Yes, they are. Oh my goodness, if you're Avery right now, you're going to be kicking yourself in the shins for that one. Make sure you keep an eye on the oh my goodness, Goose through the entirety of the flash there. They managed to find Hatem, and Boy gets to find it. Warbeast enjoy! Oh, almost gets a 3k from the spray transfer, but Neander, you just there to deny. That could have been spicy.
That could have been spicy. That could have been almost a connected shot back, but another round on the board for HelloKittens. They finally get the win, and I was kind of expecting them to have a bit better go of it there. The last 2 rounds they've really struggled on the eco. They've really not quite had the funds to get things up and running. That round was a bit better for them, so they went into it with a bit better kit. Of course, the op down the middle hasn't really worked. the last few times we've seen it. I suspect that maybe that will change around and maybe they'll swap into something different. You see Avery hopping on the Vandal this time instead, so I'm not surprised to see that change come through.
Not at all. Not. I think after a few little blunders and missing a few shots earlier on in the morning, I think it's just time to just try to go something for a little bit more of a safety net. You know, something that can fire a bit more bullets, guarantee a few more kills. But we are going to be going for a bit more of a slower push. They are going to take control of mid, is what HelloKittens is looking to do. We can see that the rest of Streets Never Forget, they are just waiting around. Hatton once again going for the flank, but you can see that Avery learned their lesson. They know exactly what's coming up, and there they are. Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice. That's not going to happen, Avery. I'm not going to let that misplaced slip. Warbeast and Joy is going to get caught out by the lip, but they are going to find Goose in the fray of it all. Girlkiss is there for the trade, but Roy is there for the trade onto Girlkiss. It is going back and forth, 1-for-1. This is really, really good plays and really good trades from both sides, and the Andrew is going to be able to get the plan sorted out now. Dark cover going out into defenders spawn, and now we have managed to get them walled off into garage now, as we are just waiting to reconvene together.
Situation to find yourself in. 3 apiece, plant down as well, so they can just sit and wait and just invite the defense back in. Trab is felled, and Boykiss are just tucked into the corner, waiting for them to come around.
Enemy remaining.
The first shot, but manages to finish off at least Bojan for now. Roy Delap also immediately onto the refrag player as well, but just gets caught in the animation. Avery finishes it off. 4-3 now, and they look to claw a couple more rounds, maybe even this up here, Panda.
Yes, they are. I mean, HelloKittens are really starting to find their stride now. They really, really look like they've solidified their place within this.
One enemy remaining.
We look at the scoreboard. They've lost 4 rounds in a row, and it was looking really, really detrimental for the side of HelloKittens. But they're starting to claw their way back. I mean, Streets Never Forget. They're starting to lose their touch. But we do have Bojan now on the operator. We saw what they were able to do with the Marshal, albeit they were low on health. But now that they've got an operator in their hands, a one-shot kill regardless of what you're wearing. Got the guideline going down onto A-Long, just to try and see if they can gather a bit of information. But because of how far back the members of HelloKittens are, nothing is really going to be offered to them. Oh, I tell you what is going to be offered. Goose on a silver platter right to Bojan as she walks into the crosshair and just gets absolutely obliterated.
The plan just now is for HelloKittens just to sit and invite a bit of pressure, because Streets Never Forget have shown that they like to go on the flanks, they like to get in the faces, but they've kind of outplayed each other here. It's kind of like a cancelled situation that's happened, because now both teams know that that's the situation. HelloKittens try and invite it, but Streets Never Forget, they don't want to give anything now, so they're just going to sit and wait, and now approaching that final minute, HelloKittens need to start getting a move on and really deciding where they want to go. It looks like B could be where they're focusing on, but they're still being really tentative. They still don't quite want to go, but the smoke does come through. They'll cut the line of sight for the off for now, and now a little bit of pressure, but just on the other side of that smoke there, just inches away from potentially getting themselves into the gunfight. The defuse will be attempted for now. Girlkiss will get it down, so they managed to get the spike on the floor. But now they're in a post-plant scenario, and this is where tensions start to rise. Utility starts to slip away, and they've cut that off as well using the deadlock. So we wanted to see something coming up for it, and it's there, Panda.
It's there. There's a lot of value thanks to that, thanks to the wall. It's you cannot walk through it. You can shoot through it, but there is a lot of from it. Oh my goodness! Everyone just storms in straight onto side. All of a sudden, it's a 2v4 situation for the side of HelloKittens, and Avery finds 2 through the smoke. Oh my goodness, that's going to be really nice. And Avery finds 3! They managed to deny the defuse. Oh my goodness. And now it's a 1v2, what looked like an absolute scrappy, messy situation. The tables have just completely turned into HelloKitty's favour. And my goodness, from what looked like was an unsolvable situation, Avery, the MVP of that, getting those crucial kills, and my goodness, they were saving grace for HelloKittens right there.
Absolutely, absolutely loving this from HelloKittens. They had a bit of a scrappy start, now they're starting to kind of feel themselves, and I highlight just in the middle of the round there that they're inviting it, they're kind of sitting around, not really quite it looks as if they're not kind of decided, but I think they're just kind of seeing maybe if Streets Never Forget are going to, where the kind of gap in the defense is, and then they kind of poke and prod, and they manage to sneak their way into B, they get the spike down, they cut it off using the deadlock, which is something we really wanted to see. We wanted to see her utilised to some degree for anything, because we know that our kit can be a little bit lacklustre here and there, but we've managed to at least see something effective from it, and they get that round. Of course, Avery managed to land so many shots through the smoke, which is always good, and that means that we're now 4 apiece heading into this 9th round here.
Yes, that we are. and we are looking like we're going to be going for a bit more of an aggressive push. We can see that HelloKittens, they're just barreling themselves straight onto site as Adele. Oh, the smoke, the box is just inching them the way they're not able to see it. Oh, they are going to catch Kilkisser off the spike. The spike is not going to be able to get planted. The aftershock going to be zoning Goose away, but they're not able to do any damage. And Warby Joy on the flank. My goodness, Avery, where were you when we needed you? Outside the window, and Adele is going to take out Boykis. As Boykis was just giving Avery the heart eyes as they just were not paying attention. Oh, and they're just not paying attention. HelloKittens, they kind of just, it all just went a bit sloppy there. I mean, just a little bit. Yeah, they tried a similar thing to the last time. They tried to get Adele up in that position. They just didn't quite account for the fact that Adele Tarab would Steve corner and really do the entire thing. And unfortunately, once you lose the focal point, which is to get the defuse down, to get the spike down, that kind of fell apart from there and decided just dropping numbers. Unfortunately, momentum lost on that one. Streets never forget, they buck the trend, and that means that they restore their lead. That they do. Thankfully, if you're on the side of HelloKittens, you still have an opportunity for a buy round. If they do end up losing this round, they are going to have to go back to ecos. And these rounds are starting to flip back and forth. They start to aggress. If they lose, they just play a little bit further back. And it's kind of just the same thing that what Streets Never Forget are doing. They're kind of just waiting back. I think they've started to learn the lesson now. That they don't really have to go for these flanks. They don't really have to go for these aggressive pushes, because all they have to do, they just have to wait down the time. And HelloKittens, they're the ones that have to get onto site. The pressure's always going to be on them the closer that time hits 0.
It certainly is. Bojan just waiting for them to come around the corner, spots a leg there, just lands enough of the shot to take quite a bit of damage, but doesn't land enough to get a kill. And now it's just absolute chaos now. All the utility will flood out. Bojan finds one, it's Girlkisser will fall first. And HP not looking too hot for Boykisser as well. Their HP in their pocket. Spot steps out from behind, and it's just back and forward. Nindini looking for the plant as well. But Adil Tarab does it at least from behind. Goose with a swing right off the back of that. It's a 3 vs 3 situation. Rohidal on top versus Avery. Goose with 1. And it's a 3 vs 2 now at least. So in favour of Streets Never Forget, but the spike is still down. It has to be reclaimed. The defender Killjoy will come out, and that will at least mean that they can get this sorted.
Yeah, now that the lockdown has come out, it's a really, really good safety net for Streets Never Forget. It's just going to completely zone HelloKittens off, unless they want to get detained and become a vegetable for for about the next 5 seconds. But now that Warbeast and Joy is going to be sticking that defuse, you can see that Streets Never Forget are going to be holding them. Get down, Mr. President, as Bojan, the bodyguard of the century, protects Warbeast and Joy as they get to secure themselves a 3k as well as the spike defuse.
Scrappy round. Back and forward, both sides are looking each way.
Spike planted.
In the middle of it. Ultimately, the ult coming in at the perfect time, forces everyone away, means they can get in there, recover that, get the retake done, and that means that they can extend their lead yet again. Streets Never Forget after what was a little bit of a blip for the four before that.
Yes, yeah, they're a little blips, but they've managed to recover. They managed to stabilize themselves. We do have 3 ultimates online for the side of HelloKittens. We have got the Annihilation, the Resurrection, as well as the Empress. The Resurrection, probably the highest value ult in terms of consistency. I mean, the Annihilation is really, really good if they are able to pick off one single member. If they can catch one member of Streets Never Forget, that Annihilation's value is going to be absolutely humongous. But Warbeast and Joy is going to get spotted. The 0 point now getting sent out to the back of the C-side as the leer comes out. Is going to be the execution. The alarm bot is going to go off, making the 2 members vulnerable, and Warbeast and Joy is just going to capitalize on the vulnerability that they ensued onto HelloKittens and Gil. So low HP, and Warbeast and Joy is just going to be able to clean up house, and it's all up to Avery. Marshall in hand. Nice, lovely opening kill for them. It's a 1v4 situation. They are going to get stunned. The flash is just going to go straight through the wall. I think Adele forgot how the flash works. But toying with the food.
Yeah, a little bit.
And they secured the round for
Streets Never Forget.
As we're going into the last and final round, it's currently 7-4. The best is that HelloKittens can opt for 7-5 first. A little bit of
maybe a little bit wasted utility there, but just to get your point across to finish the round. But it happens sometimes. Maybe just a little bit of an ego check. Look, yeah, we've got a few rounds on us, but you know, just we are still in the server, are still here to compete. So you know, maybe just settle down a little bit there. But it's not quite worked the last few times. We've been a bit patient with it.
and it's not been quite successful as what we've seen in the last few times. They tried to switch it up able to see last time HelloKittens. This time it looks as though the decision is to go for that B push again, is what they did for. But again, they like to just invite the pressure, sit around, and their round almost doesn't start until the minute mark.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. I think we've got like another good 20 seconds of just relaxing time before the action starts kicking underway. But you can see that little setup by Bojan and Adele right there. We've got Bojan holding the angle through B main, and it's allowed Adele to just make the way into the little cubby, because if Adele misses that shot, if Bojan misses that shot, sorry, Adele is there for the little safety net as the members walk up. But we have got BoyKisser hanging at the back end of courtyard, just waiting patiently, just to try and feel out any form of contact. But no one is making a move. No one is, like, Adele is just sitting so still. Their patience is just impressive. I think at some point I would have just shimmied my feet around, because I just would not be able to stand still for that long.
Yeah, I know. 30 seconds is where we're approaching. No one has the spike collected for now. There looks as though we're going to go eventually do something. BoyKisser finishes off to Rab in the corner. Knew exactly where they were, but there's no one on the coverage, and now the chaos will ensue. Panda heading in to try and get the defuse down. Rory just waiting. BoyKisser in the corner. Hopefully hold out. Rory gets himself a double. Nigerian Goose, they're killed off. Haven't Arfa, he finishes off GirlKisser. There's 2 members left alive for HelloKittens. Beautiful from Bojan. What a shot on the up. 1 member, not a lot of HP. Avery in the corner and bullied right out of the round. The defenders win that one. Not enough time to do anything at the end.
Wow, what a shot from Bojan. Oh my goodness. I mean, 30 seconds left on the clock, and it was all systems go. Everything was just always under the dark cover was coming out from every single like angle and covering every single choke point that you could think of. But my goodness, a really good opening kill from Rory as well, getting that double kill to start off the engagement, and then Bojan just dashing away and then just getting a dirty shot onto BoyKisser there inside B side. That was criminal almost. But we are going to be switching over. It's going to be an 8-4 half for Streets Never Forget, so they are going to be going into this second half with a 4-round lead, and they only need 5 more rounds. And HelloKittens, they have got a little bit of a mountain to climb. It all depends on how they defend.
Certainly do. Full A push for now for Streets Never Forget. Of course, pistol round on a half switch. Will be slowed down for now, and then the rotates will come through from HelloKittens. Will it be in time with Ella around the back end? No, Bojan will find 9-0. Dogs come through as well. Avery with a pistol onto Adele grabbed. Rodell up with another one. Bojan as well with the second of the round, and Goose has to try and stop this, but it's not going to be enough. It leaves the flank of GirlKisser for naught, because there's way too much to do at the end of this round. Warbeast made the rotate round anyway. And the attackers win that one out, and just sheer attrition there. They just pushed right in and were taking no prisoners, Panda.
No, they were not. They look like they just want to end it at this point now. They're just going for it. They honestly, the flashpoint from Adele onto the box, onto A site, huge value. It flashed both Neanderi as well as Goose in the back there, and it really allowed the members of Streets Never Forget to just start picking off. As soon as that flash came out, everyone just jumped onto site. They did not give HelloKittens a single second to breathe, and they were flashed in the process. They really could not respond.
Quick again.
Goose. Yeah.
Very quick again. They're not the same team as the other side. They want to get in these rounds very quick. And Avery and 9-0, they have a bit of a crossfire here established. And Avery's around the corner, doesn't realise that there's a player just danced away from them. Ben Arfa will get the timing perfectly. Looking for a second, looking for a third, and finds it. Triple for Arfa. Knows there's another one around the corner. The flash will go through. 9-0 can't. It does manage to avoid it, but comes out on top with the pistol anyway. But there's just not enough members left alive for HelloKittens, and like you said, it looks as though Streets Never Forget want to get this finished quick.
Yeah, oh my goodness, that was very aggressive. They took the point. Hatem, Ben Arfa, they went into that corner, and like you said, they just danced around the smoke. They just went away, and then Avery just there with the shorty, just a little bit too far away for the shorty to find any value, and then they just got completely caught out with their pants down.
Yeah, certainly the case.
Yeah, 3 more rounds for Streets Never Forget, and they close this first map out.
Certainly the case, and I think that they're going to be continuing with this trend of aggression. It looks as though A is the focus again, and HelloKittens, they're spread out, of course, just to try and cover every avenue that could potentially come from, but Streets Never Forget, they're not interested in going anywhere different. They want to just try and force the issue. The rotates will come through for HelloKittens, and things are set up. Some utility has been placed and set for them to go for this. Execute it now. This is where we get to the meat and potatoes of this round.
Oh, and this paranoia is coming out, the Trailblazers and the members, as well as the flashpoint coming out, causing complete disorientation. But they're going to use that chaos. And look, they've just completely abandoned the A push. Yeah, I think yeah, HelloKittens have just clocked onto the fact that the A push is not coming, and it looks like it's going to be going over to another site now. C site is going to be the plan of attack, but that Sonic Center is going to be going off right now, as well as the guys like Goose. Oh, not quite able to find the head as Bojan, as Bojan's just that quick on the trigger, very, very quick on the trigger, as they manage to get themselves a 3K, and Avery finding two. Warbeast finding a kill for themselves, and now all it is a 1v3 situation. It's all up to Avery. They've got 9 bullets left. The tailwind and the updraft onto the top of the box, and Bojan is just going to completely rain hellfire from the skies onto Avery, securing themselves a nice little 4K.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate there, actually, the way that played out. Avery actually caught the right part of the push, shut down the spike on C. Had they had the positioning a little bit better from HelloKittens and maybe not lost that mid gunfight to Bojan, that would have really changed the round. And just a little bit unfortunate kind of timing for that. They did read the play correctly and they adapted to it, but it just didn't quite work out for them. Streets Never Forget, again, they come out on top. The aggression just seems to be on their side. Bojan going absolutely massive. 21 kills and 3 deaths. That's 21 and 3 deaths. We're not even in the final round yet. I don't know what he's going to finish on. Just had a heater of a game so far.
Oh my god, if you're Bojan right now, you're really feeling yourself. I mean, it is an early game in the morning, but to put on a stellar performance like that, that is quite something. And we are going to be going for a very fast move onto C side. The Sonic Sensor going to get destroyed. Tailwind going to be pushing them onto side, and that's all systems go. Hatan's find the open kill onto Girlkisser. Every Sheriff in hand is just going to get caught out by the guy in light, as Hatan just makes their way further back into the little corner by the little box there. Dark Cover going to dissipate. 4v5 situation, so it's still an opportunity for HelloKittens. It's not like they're down and out. They still have plenty of members to work with, but 0 point coming out. Going to get taken out as well. Trailblazer going to try and find Avery. Ooh, Adele finds Boykisser to start off.
Last player standing.
Oh, Hatam and Bojan. They're just finding everyone. And Avery, they've got to ace the Sheriff in hand. Can they do anything? They've got to embody the Deagle Demon.
They've been the player to step up in the right moments for HelloKittens, but unfortunately it's a flawless round to come out. Can't stop Streets Never Forget. And
match point.
This has been a completely different half to the first one we've seen, and it almost feels like a humbling for HelloKittens from Streets Never Forget. They had that 4 rounds. It looked like HelloKittens' strategy was quite nice, and he played the deadlock and it worked, and we were kind of praising them for it. But Streets Never Forget, they've just came out with a vengeance after that and just won every single round as soon as it was equalised. They were like, yep, no, that's it. We're not entertaining it. Now they're sitting map point.
Yes, they are. Map point for this one, indeed, in this best of 3. Bojan, they have got their Blaze ready, and Avery with the operator now. The Seekers are going to be coming out. They are going to be on the hunt. They found Avery, so Avery's giving away their position with the operator shot. Oh, they're going to get caught out with the flash, and Hatam just find the they do around the corner, find 1, find 2, lovely little shot, and they managed to find 3 off the swing onto Girlkisser. The aftershock finding Boykisser in the process, and it's out all up to Nandari. A 1v5 situation again for HelloKittens. They have to get these ace clutches in order to close out the round. Unfortunately, they're not able to find anyone. Nyandri is a 30 HP, going to get paranoia. They're just going to wide-strip Nyandri, and they're going to close out the round. 13-4 for this first half, and Streets Never Forget. Series point in this lower bracket round 1.
Series point certainly is. What a game from there. A heater on the second half. I mean, well, the second half of the first half, if you want to call it that, and then moving into that second half completely. It was just carnage from them. It was just sheer aggression. There's absolutely no answer whatsoever from HelloKittens at all. Now, in terms of the games, in terms of where we kind of stand, of course, that is just the first map. And that,
was the first map.
Unfortunately for HelloKittens, was their pick.
Yeah.
Not ideal.
Nah, it's not ideal when your pick is the one that you lose on. So, going into the next game, Streets Never Forget, they've got a really good opportunity to take HelloKittens out of this tournament. That being said, I mean, those 4 rounds that HelloKittens won, they did really, really well, but the momentum just started shifting, and then Streets Never Forget, they just took it all the way through to the end. We are going to be going over to a 10-minute break now. Gives us a nice little bit of a chance to just, you know, rehydrate ourselves, get something to eat in the meantime. Like we said, I feel like a few of the players here probably skipped out on breakfast.
Yeah, I imagine so.
So we are going to go to a very, very short break. So we'll be back in 10 minutes time. See you shortly.
What is Pata?
Hello everyone, welcome back to Epic 40, powered by Intel, sponsored by Overclockers, Noble Chairs, MSI and Draytech. Just had a quick short 10-minute break after that first map, which was a 13-4 victory for Streets Never Enjoy. And on the break, Chambo, you said you have a little bit of information for us.
So first of all, of course, you highlighted 13-4. It's Haven was the first map, of course. We've just seen that. Second map, Bind, and of course, the picks wise, of course, not going over the, just mention the vetoes by name again, just so that we have the actual kind of understanding as who picked what. Because of course, Streets Never Forget, and now I had it written down as Streets Never Forget had picked into Bind. Maybe I wrote that down wrong. Not 100% sure, but I was sure that it was Haven that picked. I'm right. I have just confirmation in my ear from our producer that I am correct, so that's fine. Yeah, so Streets Never Forget, they have picked onto Bind, which is the map we're going into, so they've already won, of course, the opponent's pick of Haven, which is what HelloKittens have picked. So, good start from them. But, in terms of what we're talking about in the break, I was kind of, in the game, I was kind of like wondering why some of the players on Streets Never Forget had, like, football players' names. I was kind of like, because of course, for anybody that has played football or understands football, we don't actually have Hatem Ben Arfa and Adel Tarab and Bojan Krick actually playing here in the venue. They're not. They're just it's just their actual name. It's just their display names, and that is the theme of their. That is the theme, and I thought that was quite a nice thing. That I was like, I'm slightly older than a couple other casters, so I remember like playing like older FIFAs. And Adel Tarab, Ben Arfa, they were the ones that were always played, just because they were really overpowered cards that were always used, and that's what they built their team around. That's why it's called Streets Never Forget. That's a little bit of lore aspects. If you're wondering why their name is Streets Never Forget, it's because of those players, Tarab, Ben Arfa, Bojan, and I quite like the little theme that they've got going on that side. I was kind of looking at it in the break, and I was like, oh, a minute, I kind of like that. I like that idea. And so yeah, if you're just wondering why they were called that, that was kind of the little theme that they've got going.
Yeah, well, to be fair, I never picked up on the names. I just thought that was the in-game names that they were going by. But I'm not very, very knowledgeable in terms of like the football or the FIFA scene.
Yeah, it took me back. It was like 2016 football.
There's a little bit of throwback.
Yeah, a little bit of throwback. Honestly, it's like that scene in Ratatouille when he eats the ratatouille and he goes back to Shelby. That's basically what just happened to me with these names. Right. But anyway, enough of our waffle. We are ready to get into the game. Agent select coming through is indeed Bind, which we've seen a lot of at the last Epic. Not surprised to see it coming through, and hopefully we get a bit more of a kind of. Hopefully we get a bit more deadlock. I kind of like that. Yeah, it didn't quite work out for the win, but there was like the one round where it went really, really well for them from HelloKittens. I was quite nice to see that. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna.
I think we might be seeing another deadlock because honestly, you know what? In terms of like most of the maps, I quite like playing deadlock on Bind. Onto the entry onto A site, if you get on top of the boxes, you can put one of your sonic sensors on there, and anyone that drops off is going to activate the sonic sensor, as well as jumping out onto hookah, onto B site. Really, really good placements. You can put some of the sonic sensors. A few more little ratty spots that you can put for those abilities, and it's just, I feel like with Bind it's a little bit better for deadlock just because you can use those tighter corners to bounce your annihilation off when you have the ultimate up. The gravity net has got you a bit more of a safety net, no pun intended, with some of the angles that you can just take cover from when you're throwing it, as well as the barrier mesh, which you can just completely halt any pushes going into either garden, even to showers, even into hookah maybe. You can just completely block it off with that barrier mesh, and it's her kit is, I can't emphasize this enough. I really like Deadlock. I really like what her kit is meant to do. Yeah. But unfortunately, just in the grand scheme of things, it's just not powerful enough compared to the other
it just needs
sentinels.
a little bit tidied up. I mean, it doesn't bring as much value as what other ones do. We've seen how situational, I mean, that's probably the best way to describe her at the minute, situational, that she can be good if you get the right conditions in the right area to use her in, and we've seen that B push comes to mind in the last one, and they really managed to shore up the site after they got the spike down, and it worked for them. So whether they can kind of get that going again, we'll see. But Streets Never Forget, they weren't messing around. As soon as the scores were equal at 4-4, they won every single round to finish that map off. It was almost like they were like, whoa, guys, like we need to sort ourselves out, and they just went sheer aggression, went right for the jugular, and they won the map outright. And heading into Bind, I'm not going to lie, I'm a little bit worried. I'm a little bit worried for HelloKittens.
Yeah, so we are going to be starting for Streets. Never forget, they are going to be on the attack. Avery popping in the dark cover there at the entrance shot. They are going to get spotted out just before they were able to use the Shroud Step, and they are going to get caught out, but they are going to just jump down to safety. And Goose finds a lovely opening kill onto Adele right there. Really, really nice start for the defending side. But the Goose not going to be coming out unscathed. They are going to have to use a healing wall, but dark cover coming out from AB. Oh, just managed to cover them. Oh my goodness! They didn't walk through the smoke enough. They got completely caught out. And Rory's able to find one. Bojan finds another. War Beast finds another for themselves. And BO3 finds one. And then it's a my goodness.
If you can see my face right now. Oh yeah, if you could, head and hands moment there from Avery. Unfortunately, just doesn't quite edge through their own smoke quite enough. Unfortunately, a little bit of a misplay in the corner. And from there, they realise that that position has been vacated, that they can just send it straight through. They bring the aggression through, and Streets never forget, they bring that one back from the brink, because HelloKittens, they were looking relatively comfortable in that situation, but unfortunately not. So now, 2 maps gone. Well, I said 2 maps gone. First map gone, second map just started, and the pistol rounds to start things are slightly different now. So we have a different script written.
It is a different script written, indeed. Yeah, we are going to go into a little bit of a tech pause right now. And I think one of the players is just having a little bit of an issues in terms of like the ping. Something about like some of the enemy teams just teleporting on their screen. So it's not exactly the best conditions to be playing Valorant.
No, it's not.
But whilst we're waiting, let's have a look at the gun economy that we're going to be rocking into this next round. So on the attacking side for Streets Never Give Up.
I wonder who won the first round.
They did win the first round, and we have got Bojan picking up the Vandal Light Shield straight away, just looking to just go for some more heavy firepower. I mean, if we remember from the first map over on Haven, Bojan, I think in the penultimate round they had a score of 21-3. I can't exactly remember what they finished up on, but they had an absolute blast of a game. They had an absolutely amazing game for Bojan, and I think they're going to try and emulate something similar, buying this very aggressive buy. I mean, this is a
it really is.
If they lose this round,
it's very aggressive.
Yeah,
I'm a big fan of the Spectre Light Shields. Like a little bit of aggression in my gameplay.
Oh yes, I like to go a bit hog wild.
It gives me an excuse when I inevitably die. I'm just like, well, look, I was getting aggressive, guys. Let's just try to take some space.
Yeah, take space. You know, trying to create openings for you guys. It's your fault you didn't follow up. I'm not the problem.
It's not me. It's never me. Well, yeah, like I say, just a bit of a tech pause, of course. On LAN, we have a lot of moving parts in the background. For those of you that haven't been to LAN before, there is all 10 players. There's producer, there's 2 casters, there's an observer. We're all in the same room, we're all working off of each other, we're all working around the clock to make sure that we can get the best entertainment for you guys at home. And it looks as though we are back in. We've got it sorted, we're resolved, we're ready to go, Panda. Round number 2.
Yes, round number 2. It's going to be seeing how it's going to be going. Oh, we can see that GilKisser popping out forward. Probably not the best idea playing the deadlock, especially when you have that barrier dash where you can just deny, even people just pushing in. I know you can shoot through it, but as long as you can stop movement, you give yourself an opportunity to make your way out of there. The hot hands coming out into tunnel there, but oh my goodness, you can see that the Streets Never Forget are just going to run into sight. Adele just going to go for the wide running gun onto Neandary. Not much that they can do about that. BO3 making the way over into elbow, just placing themselves in the corner behind the safety of the Sakai smokes, but Bojan throws a few bullets in and manages to connect, but Adele finds a kill onto Goose. It's a 2v5 situation, sorry. BO3 26 HP and a dream. Avery just holding their hands, but they are going to get caught out by that spy cam. BO3, we're going to get tagged as well, and a few shots. Unfortunately, they are going to miss, but Avery, all they have is a shorty in hand, and now it is a wild goose chase. And
wasn't hit that hard.
Yeah, no, it's not much that they could do at this point with just a shorty and the range disadvantage.
Yeah, fortunate scenario to find yourself in that situation with the shorty. Not ideal, but give it a good try. Flawless comes through in the end, so that's 2 rounds in a row, which we're of course surprised after winning that pistol round for Streets Never Forget. Now, of course, looking a bit more of an even buy across the board, a bit more of a chance for HelloKittens to try and get something back, but they've looked a little bit sluggish in the second map. Is probably the best way. They're really not quite as. I know that they like to play a little bit slower. That's what we've seen on the first map, and this time, of course, it's not quite working out for them in the first couple of rounds. And of course, I imagine we'll see something slightly different. Then we have a little bit of an adaptation. It looks as though from the attacker side, we're going to head round towards B. HelloKittens will find the first kill as a Tarab that's finished off. So first blood in favour of HelloKittens for now.
Yeah, that's a really, really good start, because we did see in that last round, HelloKittens just getting caught out as the members of Streets Never Forget entering onto site, and Nyandri is going to be the first one to fall onto this B side. It's a 4v4 situation. Numbers are equalized, but Goose is going to find a lovely headshot onto Bojan right there, taking out one of the main carries. Not able to get the Vandal though. Oh, and the Neural Theft coming out as Rory takes out Goose as well, and now every single member of the side of HelloKittens has just been located, and HelloKittens is just going to get taken out through that Sky Smoke thanks to Warbeast enjoys Neural Theft. Cyber Cage coming out just to deny any start lines coming out from CT. Now Avery on top of this box. Boykisser finding a lovely kill onto Warbeast, but not able to find a second, and it's a 1v2 situation. Avery once again the last person standing for HelloKittens, and that gun is incredibly bright on this screen. My goodness, it's like they're holding the sun in their hands, and Avery not able to find the kill, and Hatem is just able to get the final kill for Streets Never Forget. 3-0 lead for the side of Streets.
Yep, they continue their momentum that they started up in the kind of latter half of that first map. 3 rounds flush. Good start from them, and back to the drawing board for HelloKittens, of course. Not looking too good on the utility side of things. Guns not looking too hot. It's not great. Not great. This is a round that once you lose the first few rounds, once you're 3 down, it's very difficult to win that 4th round. So I expect to see 4-0 coming out here from Streets Never Forget, but you never know.
You never know, you never know. Barry Mesh coming out very, very early on. Placement's alright, I mean, it does give no, it does deny them the opportunity to get on top of the box there. So yeah, really, really nice placement. But Adele is going to be following up onto the guiding light with their own curveball, as multiple members of Streets Never Forget are going to be making their way through the showers. Blaze comes up along with the Sky Smoke. That's just going to get them straight onto the point by triple. Nyandri missing the shots, having to tailwind out of there as Ben Arthur manages to get the spike planted down. Boy gets 1, gets 2. What a lovely, lovely double kill as Bojan secures a double kill for themselves. 1 through the stun as well. Girlkiss is really going to be probably punching the monitor after that one. It's not a nice look when you get killed by someone's stun. Rory gets a kill onto Goose through the smoke after location, and Bojan satchels in, but a little bit too big for their boots right there. Nyandri gets the kill, and Rory a spray and pray onto Nyandri, and that could have been a very, very, very nice kill for Rory if they were able to secure that. But really, really nicely done from HelloKittens. Finally able to secure themselves a round on the board, and it was a scrappy round at that, but they've done it.
What do I know? I mean, I said that, yeah, it's a difficult round to win. I expected maybe 4-0 to come out, and that's maybe HelloKittens needed the first round. Maybe that's what they needed. I think that they did pretty well when it came to their execute, or the retake, should I say. They were back in. It was good. They won. It does help when you get a player step up and get themselves a double in the round. Of course, I actually forget which one it was. I think it was Boykisser. Of course, the two of them very similar names, and they got themselves that double, and that invites them in to get that retake done, and it worked out in their favour. So now moving into round number 5. Well, I imagine have a little bit of a slower start here from the Streets Never Forget after losing that round out.
Yeah, now the running back coming out from the side of Streets Never Forget. They are going to try and make their way through. They run through showers. And you can see that Adele is running through the back of side. There's no way they just got away with that. Poor Avery, and Rory is able to also eviscerate Girlkisser in the side of Lamps. And Boykisser just getting taken out after popping that null command. So many ultimates have just been invested in Boykisser. Oh, poor lad. They are just going to fall to the hands of Streets Never Forget. And Goose holding up in heaven, as well as Nyandri just trying to make their way forward, just to try and back him up. But my goodness, they are finding themselves in this precarious situation in this post plan.
Not great to find yourself in this area. Smoke's got out to cut the vision as well. A bit of chip damage done on the other side to Goose as well, and just misreads it. Didn't quite know that it's still going behind, and again just keeps stepping in. Unfortunately, move out of the way. But it leaves leaves them in a 1 versus 5 anyway, looking like a flawless round's going to come through, and Ben Arthur not resting on the laurels will finish off Goose and just keep dancing back and forward between the damage. It's a very strange situation.
Yeah, they got themselves cooking on the heat, off the heat, on the heat, off the heat.
Yeah.
At this point, the medium rare is what I'd like to say at this point.
Outstanding though, but I mean, to take it back to how they won that round, they run it back.
Yeah.
They run it back, just coming through. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Chef's kiss, wonderfully done. And it's just great timing, and you know, you highlighted in the middle of the round that there's a lot of ultimates invested there, and that one perfectly played from Streets Never Forget. And I like to see the Phoenix getting played to the full potential that he does bring.
Yes, yeah. Like Phoenix is getting in the upper tiers of Valorant pro play. Is not an agent that you normally see. I mean, there's very, very few maps that he actually does work on. Pearl was one of them, but that's out of the rotation. And Bojan with the showstopper, putting on an absolute show for themselves. Gets a 2-piece combo. Can they make it a third? Yes, they can. Can they make it a fourth? Oh, it's all up to Bojan. 100 HP, 7 bullets left in the back. Oh my goodness, come on, Bojan. Are they able to get the ace for themselves? Or they get the click? Yes, they do. The first ace of the series, and Bojan has put an absolute monster of a show off the back of that showstopper. Oh my goodness, Bojan. 12, 2, and 0. What a stomp.
Unbelievable stuff. The Streets truly will never forget. Showstopper to start, double, triple, pistol to finish it off. Beautiful ace, and I'm not surprised to see it coming out of the hands of Bojan after the first map. Of course, we highlighted it. We didn't quite catch what they finished off in their final kills, but 21 and 3 heading into the penultimate round was an outstanding return for their performance, and they're continuing that in great fashion. And 5-1, Streets Never Forget, they're looking comfortable in this current situation. Girlkiss there swings out and unfortunately doesn't realise how much aggression Rab is going to bring to them. Bojan with another one, it's Boykisser this time, and the aggression just keeps on coming from Streets Never Forget. Bojan with a double. HelloKittens find Avery in a 1 versus 5 situation, and how many times have we been in that scenario? Bojan finishes it off, flawless again, 6-1 in favour of Streets Never Forget, and this just seems too much to deal with for HelloKittens for now.
Yeah, it's kind of a rough game for HelloKittens this morning. They just look like. They just look like rats in the cage. They look like rats in the cage at the moment. The aggression and the coordination from Streets Never Forget. They throw their flashes exactly where they need to do, and they're just catching every single member of HelloKittens completely off guard. HelloKittens, they can't even look at the screen properly because all it is just blinding light before they just end up falling into the hands of Streets Never Forget, and there's just not much that they can do about it.
Yeah, it's almost a speedrun any percent situation that we're finding ourselves in. B looks to be the focus for now. There's a little bit of a spread though from Streets Never Forget. They're at least teasing it on the other side. Tarab finds Avery, and Orbeez and Joy are finishing off Girl Kisser, and they have full control of B, so they can begin to perch themselves up and get that spike down. Adele finds another one to 9-Dairy. Hatton with one onto Goose, but there's just nothing HelloKittens can do to deal with this aggression. Pick up the rifle, but it's not going to find itself in your hands in time, Boy Kisser. Orbeez and Joy are finish off that round with another flawless. That's 3 in a row.
Yeah,
not ideal.
It's
not much you can say.
Not much you can say
other than Streets Never Forget are just punishing HelloKittens.
Yeah, Streets Never Forget. They are quite literally exploiting the gaps within HelloKittens teamwork. So HelloKittens, they put on a good start in the previous map, and it kind of just seems like it's all just kind of like falling apart and slipping through their fingers and everything.
It really is.
And it's just 7. I mean, the scoreline is showing it. And it's very, very difficult for HelloKittens in this situation to try to bring it back. The Trailblazer is coming out along with the curveball, but they are going to blind the Trailblazer, so it's going to have to come to a halt. Bojan finding the opening kill onto Girlkiss, and then run it back coming on from Adele, and a lovely flash from Adele gets the kill onto Boykiss, and Avery is able to take the run it back out, but Bojan is just going to be there for a nice swift quick kill onto Avery, and Bojan, from what we thought was a couple rounds ago, they managed to get the showstopper back, throws it out, not able to find anyone, and Goose gets a lovely, lovely headshot onto Bojan. But the rest of the members of Streets Never Forget jump through the teleporter, and they just clean up house, and almost a flawless victory, but unfortunately 8-1 to the side of Streets Never Forget, and it's just a very, very dominating game.
Yeah, it certainly is. And I think I know what the issue is, and it stems from the way that HelloKittens like to play the game versus what Streets Never Forget. It's very simple. Streets Never Forget want to be aggressive, they want to get in their faces, and they want to really dictate how a round goes, whereas HelloKittens, they prefer to play a little bit slower and really feel it out, which works when you're on attack, when you control the pace, when you're the one that is in charge of that. When you're on defense, sitting back and inviting the pressure, it can really come back to bite you if you don't land your shots, and it's really punished them so far. Boykisser are landing their shots to open things up. That's Bojan dealt with, the hardest hitter in the server. Girlkisser with one as well, so there's at least a lifeline here for HelloKittens for now.
Yeah, there is. This is a really, really good start for the side of HelloKittens. Boykisser getting the opening frag onto Bojan. Huge value from that. And then Ben Patam is going to find Girlkisser, but Boykisser picks up a second kill for themselves. And now, for what seems to be like for the second time in this first half, Streets Never Forget finding themselves on the back foot as Nyandri manages to catch Patam off guard, but Rory is there to get the trade. Still a 3v1 situation now. Rory is still at a disadvantage. They do have the spike. They're going to go through the teleporter, and they are going to make their way over to B side. B-Kisser holding the angle, but not able to take out Rory, but Avery is there to get the swing through the teleporter. And that is a nice second round on the board for HelloKittens.
A little fake there at the end, just doesn't quite work. Switch off A and then go for the rotate, but they read it with the book. And unfortunately, that means that they get that round back. But in the grand scheme of things, will it make a difference considering how aggressive and how controlling Streets Never Forget have been so far? I mean, the opening pick there was Bojan, and that really changed things around a little bit.
Yeah, it's going to be very, very difficult for HelloKittens to just get themselves back and claw their way back from the depths in this map. I mean, 8-2 right now. The best they can do is go for an 8-4 scoreline like they did in the first map. Yeah. Barry Mesh coming out, and Nyandri gets a lovely opening kill onto Ben Arthur. Rory getting a kill onto Girlkisser as well as they tried to go for that wide swing. They were going to get punished for it. I don't know if the mic's picking up, but the land hole is an absolute uproar. Yeah. I tell you what, Bojan is going to go for the double satchel all the way back into side. They are going to take Goose out, completely catching them unawares. Nyandri finding Rory. Can they find a second? Yes, they can. They've got themselves a nice little 3K. It's a 1v3 situation as Bojan is stuck into the back of elbow. I don't know if any members of HelloKittens actually know where they were. They proved me wrong. Avery, lovely, quick on the trigger there. Finding the final kill.
We've discovered a formula for these rounds. Anytime that we try to make a prediction that's in favour of the winning side just now, Streets Never Forget, they lose it.
Ah, okay.
So do we just keep saying, oh yeah, Streets Never Forget are going to win this round, and then that means that HelloKittens will win it, and then we get overtime?
Maybe.
So it's just the formula that we need to get the close game, because HelloKittens just win it. It's almost like they can hear the casters. They can't, by the way, hear us. So it's almost like they can hear us, and they're just like, yeah, no, we're going to prove you wrong, prove you wrong, prove you wrong. You know, yeah, we might not have the greatest kind of buy going into this round, but we're going to win anyway. You know, it doesn't matter what you know about this. Exactly. Oh, Nyandri opening pick onto Ben Arthur. And again, it looks as though HelloKittens have been activated in kind of the late stages of this half. Is the comeback on the cards here? Have we got something cooking here, Panda?
Yeah, I think we are. I think they're starting to put their chef's hat on as things are starting to get heated up into the kitchen right here on Vine. And as we're going in, Streets Never Forget, they're kind of just holding back off in this aggression now. Oh, lovely kill from Avery. That Paranoia doing wonderful work, just putting some visual clutter onto Adele's screen. And it's really working out. Bojan gets a lovely kill onto Girlkisser. And now they are going to go for the TP through to Showers. Now they are going to quickly rush over to A site as the Sky Smokes come down and just get that plant over into triple now. Warby's just hanging back into Showers, just playing off the angles. And now Avery holding lamps now. Oh, they get a lovely kill onto Bojan. Bojan not clearing the angles on the corners fully, and they are going to get punished for it. It's a 2v4 situation, sorry. And once again, Streets Never Forget find themselves on the back foot, and now as that wall comes up, the Orb Strike coming out, opening up the sky, just trying to find any members of HelloKittens to try and eviscerate.
Yeah, they might actually win this one out. Boykisser finishes off.
They might actually close this one out. That they do. Wow. That's an 8-4 half. I mean, I was not expecting that at all.
I was not expecting that. But they do it. Same half as what we've seen the last time. So, kind of similar kind of format is what we've seen. Yeah, the gap was a bit bigger. She's never forget. But what kind of happened the last time, the last map, is that we've seen an early lead from Forget, then a little bit of a resurgence from the side of HelloKittens, and the same thing has happened again. It's almost like they just take a bit of time to get themselves into it. And they do that in the rounds themselves. They take it so long. I mean, we joked about it in the first game that their round did start till the final minute.
Yeah.
So they take quite a bit of time to get themselves a feel for it, and then eventually they start to kind of put numbers up. And it's worked for them the last few times. Mind you, BO3 going 19-6 is a bit of a concern for them. And now them switching to the attack where they can decide the pace, HelloKittens, I think this will be a bit better for them. So I'm kind of more hopeful going into the second half for them.
Yes, I am very much also hopeful as well. We can see that the members of Streets Never Forget, they are going to go for a bit of a stack into Gardens, Adele as well as Warbeast and Joya. Prepping that curveball ready, waiting.
So
oh my goodness, that is going to be huge value if they can get the members. Oh, and Boykisser not able to find the kills. Both teams are just going to throw shots out to each other, but they're not able to find anyone. Both Nyandri and Boykisser get low on health. They managed to take out that trap wire though. Warbeast and Joy popping up the cyber cage just to prevent any members of HelloKittens to push through. It doesn't even matter because one bullet is all they needed, and Bojang finds himself to Girlkiss, and Nyandri finds more Joy, and the kill feed is just lighting up. Red, green, and it is a 1v3 situation. 14 HP, and the Sheriff in hand is all Nyandri has.
Yep, and like I highlighted, the rounds would play out slightly different when HelloKittens get control of the pace, and that's exactly what happened. They take so long to really do anything with it. They like to feel it out, see where they can kind of poke and prod the defense, and it's not quite worked out in this round so far. Of course, you know,
30 seconds left.
Almost quite literally 1 HP in a dream right now. 1 versus 3, 30 seconds. Nyandri kind of again in the situation, should I go, do a stick or twist, they just wait, they try and peek something, try and get something. But it looks as though they're just going to maybe tease it, they pick up that orb. But for now, not really want to do much, just tentatively checking angles. Let's see, spot out at least Ben Arfa. Can't quite land anything though, and he's teasing them. It's almost playing with your foot at this point, and finishes it off. Team Ace coming through as well, which is always nice. And like you highlighted, the kill feed was red, green. So not surprised to see that.
No, exactly. I mean,
that moment there.
Yeah,
that's the one.
That's the one.
That when Goose get a bit of tunnel vision out in the smoke, spots the player not looking at them and goes, yes, I get the kill instead of focusing on the player that's taking the gunfight with them. I think that was a key moment there. I think that's maybe dictated that round a bit.
Yes, yeah, exactly. That is exactly the case. But 9-4. Once again, Streets Never Forget, they've won every single pistol round in this series so far, so they've always gotten themselves the advantage into the second round. It's Guiding coming out through showers, and they've got so much information as Adele just goes for a quick rush out the teleport to find Nyandri, but Boykisser is there for the trade, but that is a very, very swift entrance through the smoke from Ben Arfa. They are going to get punished by Avery with the shorts, but they were able to get a kill. But look at where Bojan is. They're on top of the triple right now. Goose did not even anticipate it as Bojan just managed to get themselves a kill with the Guardian, throwing out a few shots, connecting Avery through the wall, but unfortunately they just sat there for a little bit too long, and it just cost them dearly. Girlkiss are finally able to get the spike planted amidst the chaos. You can see that Rory and Avery. Oh my goodness! Is that a 3K with the shorty, followed up by a 4K? Wow! A thrifty round for HelloKittens against all odds. In all honesty,
really, yeah.
That very surprising turn of events there.
That's what you love to see. That's what we're here for. That's the surprises you can get. A little thrifty, a little cheeky round coming out from them. They win it out, and it doesn't. Something that we didn't obviously expect, and we like to see that. Bojan, they are just got a little bit too big for his boots. Just overstayed his welcome in that position, and then unfortunately that can kind of come back to bite you. Yes, of course, great performance so far, but sometimes just maybe pulling back a little bit is maybe the better situation to find yourself in. But
yeah,
good round there from HelloKittens, and again, slow and steady seem to win the race for them.
That is the Trailblazer coming out going straight through to the teleporter with a few shots coming out from the side of HelloKittens. It's going to give their positions away, and then Ben Arfa is going to get caught out by the 0 point. Barrier wall coming up, and it's just going to be a bait to prevent anyone making their way through. And Adele going to get caught with their backs turned as Nyandri manages to take him out. Warbeast enjoys Stinger in hand. Has got the trap set up with the cyber cage as well as the trap wire, just waiting for the members of HelloKittens to make their way on. But looking at the minimap, they're just going to rotate away. Are they just going to go for the wraparound? A quick little fake to going back. I mean, they're really getting the steps in today, I'll tell you that much.
They really are. Yeah, they really are. Just making sure to make the most of the size of this map. But it seems to have been read by Streets Never Forget. Of course, now it looks as though they're going to all converge onto A point. Girl Castle will at the very least get the spike planted, and we enter into that post-plant scenario, but no one really want to get aggressive in this now, which is not quite what we came to get used to Streets Never Forget. I think they may be just waiting for a little bit more of a reinforcement, making sure that they kind of have the intel before the act. There is also that flank to be wary of as well. It does eventually happen. Everybody finds one. Rory Delap, though, he gets himself a double. Hadn't been Arthur with one, and it's 2 versus 2 situation it boils down to, but there's only one member left alive now for HelloKittens. It's Avery, and he looks at how unfortunate. They had everything, they had the tools set up. You can see Panda next to me, head in hands, and then Thrifty countered out by Thrifty.
I know, Thrifty after Thrifty, my goodness. I mean, wow. I mean, that double kill in Lamps by Rory was huge. That was actually, that was major. The fact that they were able to pull that off was impeccable. I mean, yeah, like you said, I did have my head in my hands because HelloKittens, they had the tools to win the round. Everything was perfectly set up from them, but a spanner got thrown into the works, and it was just the members of Streets Never Forget just putting a stop to their plans, and they just came out on top. I did feel like Rory probably should have been a little bit more proactive getting out of Heaven there, because that barrier mesh did prevent them from being able to get an easy way to deny the spike diffuser. But hey ho, we move on. It's 5-10, 3 more rounds for Streets Never Forget if they want to win this. So there's a little bit of a mountain to climb, and Adele is really making that mountain much harder for them to climb. As a flawless round with that running back from Adele. Huge stuff, getting a 3K within that time frame, and there's really not much that I could have just said there. I mean, the round kind of just played itself out.
Yeah, it really did.
It was so quick. It was almost blinking you'll miss at that round. On the back of that Thrifty, better situation for them. They win that one out. 11-5 now, and a bit more of a back and forth now. Looks like a couple kind of stranger rounds that we found ourselves seeing, and I'm here for it. I'm here for this kind of scrappiness of it. It's the LAN environment. So anyone can win around. But it looks as though Streets Never Forget they're kind of edging ever closer to that series point. Of course, now Ham and Arthur just looking to gather some information before they can get this set up for the defense here.
Yeah, 0 point coming out is going to catch Rory in the radius, but Ben Arthur finding the kill, and Bojan with the backup there as they find 2 kills for themselves. They satchel forward, Ben Arthur and Bojan, they are kind of alternating who's getting the kills and whatnot. They're kind of just sharing the pay, should we say, and then Adele finding the final kill and match point as well as series point for Streets Never Forget. HelloKittens is on the verge of being knocked out of this tournament this early in the morning, but they've got to win 7 rounds just to bring it back to overtime, and then they've got to win that, and then they've got to win another map if HelloKittens want to even stay in this competition. But with how dominant Streets Never Forget have been, the chances are slim, but not 0, but slim.
Yeah, they certainly are, and I imagine that Streets Never Forget are just going to go full brunt here and just get aggressive right into their faces, and that's exactly what they do.
I don't know,
but yeah, a little bit of a knife fight. We'll have to see.
Okay.
Just to say, do you know what? No, I'm not going to knife fight here. Face. Pads the stats. I think that was a little bit of disrespect.
Yeah. Oh goodness. I think. What do we even say to that? Did like Streets Never Forget feel sorry for HelloKittens or something and give Girl Kisser an ace? I thought we were gonna have a knife fight on our hands, but apparently not. Apparently, don't bring a knife. Don't bring 9 knives to a fight when someone's got a phantom in their hands. Carry this, you filthy casual.
Yeah, just absolutely mows them down. Pads out their stats, gets them the ace there, and there is a bit back and forth going on in the chat as well. They are discussing what they were kind of doing with this, so I imagine we might get a bit more of a serious round here, maybe finish this off. It looks as though that is the scenario. Adele finding Avery. And that's the opening pick here, not looking ideal here. Rory's found Boy Kisser as well.
Roasted, toasted, packed up and posted. Boy kisser is. And yeah, everyone on the side of HelloKittens is kind of caught between a rock and a hard place, and that is going to be it. Streets Never Forget closing it out at 2-0 victories. Congratulations to Streets Never Forget. You've managed to keep yourself within the tournament, and commiserations to HelloKittens. You are going to be falling out of this tournament this early on in the morning, but it has been a pleasure to have you. And honestly, congratulations to both teams for taking part in the tournament, and honestly just playing and putting on a good show, regardless of the scoreline.
Yeah, it's a nice little fun start to the kind of morning and the day, because it's a very long day. The final game for today starts at 10 PM, like we highlighted earlier. So it's a long day for these teams, especially if you're in that lower bracket as well, when you have to try and slog it out all the way to the final if you can get there. And we'll love to see it. I'm hopeful that we can get something from the Streets Never Forget. I want to see them. I want to see them go all the way. They're my team. I'm going to hedge my bets. I like the references. I like the fact that they've got the Adelta Rabd in there, and Bojan having a great performance as well. 23-9 it did finish, of course, a great performance on the first map. I want to see this coming through the rest of the day, and I think that I'll put my support behind them, at least for the lower half, until they get knocked out after.
Yeah, until they get knocked out, they have your full support. But no, honestly, no, really well done for both teams. We are going to be going over to a 10-minute break now. We are going to go for a quick little break now that we've closed up the first game. 2-0 victory to Streets Never Forget. But yes, it's been myself, Pan Richie, and Chamberine here on the casting desk. We'll see you very, very shortly. Bye-bye.
Remaining. Spike down.
Stealing sight.
Spike planted. Remaining.
No.
One enemy. Sage kill. Planted. Last player standing.
Concussing. Flash out.
Spike down. 10 seconds left. Spike down, C. Last.
You want a piece of this?
Last player. I know exactly. Last player. Last player. One enemy. Last. Flawless. One enemy remaining.
Loosen up.
Spike down A. One enemy.
Dealing sight.
Spike down B. Last player standing. Last player standing. Last player standing. Spike down B. One enemy remaining. Last player spike down A. One enemy remaining.